What's up, issues? Himmers here. Now, with Spinal Tap 2 out this week, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite mockumentary movies. Because obviously, I always love a good docu-style type film. So, here is my official top 10. Number 10 is a film that not many people probably even heard of, but it was directed by the late, great Full House star Bob Saget. It's a film titled Farce of the Penguins. It's, of course, a raunchy spoof of the Morgan Freeman narrated film March of the Penguins, using real footage of actual penguins dubbed with human voices. She follow like two buddies on a cruise and mating season who track down a Lord Banter and exponential groups here. Of course, the narrator is not Morgan Freeman, but it's Samuel Jackson, and it has great voice talents. You actually got people from a Full House like John Stamos, Dave Coulier, Jodie Sweeney is one of the voices here. Other voices you got like Lewis Black, Tracy Morgan, Whoopi Goldberg, Gilbert Gottfried. This movie is hilarious. I mean, it's not like one of the funniest comedies of all time, nothing like that. But just seeing like a R-rated comedy featuring penguins and stuff is just hilarious. And really felt like it was really March of the Penguins, but if it was like rated R instead, and Sam Jackson was like the narrator instead of Morgan Freeman and all. It's just a really good one, worth giving a go. And Bob Saget, gone way too soon. I mean, obviously I always know him as Danny Tanner from Full House, so it's always seeing him, do some raunchier stuff, like some raunchier humor. It's always cool. Like every time I used to always call him Dirty Dan. Every time he does does raunchy, cruel jokes and stuff like that. Oh man, I miss Bob Saget. Really funny, hilarious guy. All right, coming in at number 9 is The Dirt. Now, The Dirt was a Netflix movie that came out back in 2019, and it's based on the Motley Crue's autobiography, and it traces like the band's explosive rise from Sunset Strip misfits to global rock icons, chronicling their wild parties, tragedies, and triumph here. And this movie is really good. Definitely one of my top tier favorite Netflix movies in the past 10 years. It's excellent. You do got like Machine Gun Kelly as Tommy Lee, Douglas Boot portray the role of Nikki Sixx. You also do got Tony Cavroli, I think his name is. He actually makes a little. He was, of course, in that School Rock TV show on Nickelodeon. Here he actually plays Ozzy Osbourne. Daniel Weber portrays the role of Vince Neil. You do got a fun cameo by Pete Davidson. It's really decent. Definitely felt like a documentary of Motley Crue. Really love seeing some of the interviews they were all having together here. I mean, The Dirt. It's from the same director who gave us the Jackass movies, and he did a great job here. I mean, it's a really hilarious movie if you guys ever seen it. Alright. Coming in at number 8 is Bob Roberts. Now, this movie, of course, is directed and stars Tim Robbins, and it's a mockumentary showing the right-wing folk singer Bob Roberts' Senate campaign, blending catchy protest anthems with dirty pics here. You also do got some fun supporting players, like you do got Giancarlo Esposito popping up. Gore Vidal appears in this. Ray Wise, a very young Jack Black in one of his earliest acting gigs. Bob Roberts is a really decent one. Tim Robbins was great here. If you guys never really seen it, definitely a really decent political movie. I feel like it's probably worth watching, especially with everything going on in the world of politics today nowadays. And it's a really decent one worth giving a go here. Alright. Coming in at number 7 is, I actually got a couple of Christopher Guest movies on this list. One of which is, of course, For Your Consideration. Now, Christopher Guest is like the godfather of these type of movies, so I got a couple of Christopher Guest movies on this list. But by the way, he's actually married to Jamie Lee Curtis, so that's pretty cool. Now, of course, this is where, during an indie production of the film Home for Imperium, rumors of Oscar buzz for veteran actress Marilyn Hack, played by Catherine O'Hara, spirals into Hollywood chaos, forcing cast and crews to grapple with fame, ageist awkwardness here. For your consideration, also has some really decent supporting players like Harry Schreier from The Simpsons fame, Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy. It definitely has a fun comedy to it. Seeing like really decent script here. Christopher Guest, he hasn't really directed like a film since that Netflix movie Mascots. I don't need to direct something else down the line, but for your consideration is a really great one. And crazily, this movie turns literally 20 next year, so that's insane to believe. Alright. And of course, this movie is pretty much all about like I guess to say this was like Christopher Guest's version of the studio. It definitely had a little bit of like the studio vibe that the type of humor that we see in the studio, which of course is pretty funny because both of do have like Catherine O'Hara in them. So Catherine O'Hara is great. All right, number 6 is CB4. Now this is a mockumentary chronicling the rise of a fictional gangster rap group known as CB4, Cell Block 4. And this was directed by former Billy Madison director Tamara Davis. You also do it does star Chris Rock in this. I think this was actually the one that really put Chris Rock on the map for most people. I mean, it's a really hilarious one. Obviously showcasing of rap, of rap back in the days, and Chris Rock was great. Alan Payne was terrific in this. You had Chris Elliott, the late great Charlie Murphy. I mean, really showcase of how funny, like how cool rap was back in the days. Now, rap is still good, but it's not as great as it was in the '90s. But CB4, of course, having Chris Rock as like a fictional rapper was pretty cool. I mean, this is actually a film they should totally do a sequel to. But all right, coming in at number 5 is Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping. Why did this flop is beyond me. This movie is hilarious. It stars Andy Samberg and it's directed by Akiva Schaffer and Joel McTaggart. Of course, one of them recently just directed Naked Gun just recent. And this is where like pop rap superstar Connor For Real faces a career crisis when his sophomore album flops here. And Pop Star Never Stop Never Stopping is so downright hilarious. I mean, of course, obviously you do got the Lonely Island Gang in this. You do got fun cameos by the likes of Seal. Joe Cusack comes in as Annie Samberg's mom. Great music here that I think should have got some Oscar consideration. Um, I mean, especially that Mona Lisa one. The Mona Lisa one is definitely one of my favorite songs. Uh, there is a funny Bin Laden song that always cracks me up. I mean, it's such a great one. I mean, if you guys never seen it, do yourself a favor, go watch it. It's such a shame it flopped, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright. Boy, this movie turns 10 years old next year. That's crazy to believe. Alright. Coming in at number 4 is another Christopher Guest movie here, and that is Waiting for Guffman. Of course, this is where like amateur dear director Corky St. Clair assembles a ragtag cast for a musical celebrating the town's subsequent with like dreams of Broadway glory here. And of course, you do got like Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy, Fred Willard, Parker Posey. It's definitely one of Christopher Guest's best work here. Maybe I'll do my top 10 favorite like Christopher Guest movies, but Waiting for Guffman is a really good one. Definitely has some fun humor to it. Catherine O'Hara was great. Eugene Levy, like before Schitt's Creek fame kicked in, they were all good in this. I mean, if you guys never seen Waiting for Guffman, really fun script, really decent film there. All right, Christopher Guest was pretty much like the Spielberg of mockumentaries. Anyway, coming in at number 3 is another Christopher Guest movie, and that is Best in Show. Now, Best in Show, I think, is actually Christopher Guest's best film, in my opinion. I mean, it's definitely hilarious, to say the least. It's a mockumentary tracking eccentric dog owners and their pampered pets as a coverage on Philadelphia for Mayflower Club Dog Show here. You do got like Jennifer Coolidge, Eugene Levy, Parker Posey, Christopher Guest, some really fun supporting players. It was also pretty cool that I think it was Ariana Grande actually parried Jennifer Coolidge's character one time. Well, I think it was either Ariana Grande or Elizabeth Gillis, one of the two. But pretty hilarious there. I mean, this movie definitely has some fun laughs to it. Love the interview scenes. I mean, it's a really decent one. And especially if you're a dog lover, this is well worth watching. All right, coming in at number two is Borat. I'm actually going to go with both Borat movies because the first one is great, but the second one is just as funny. Here of course you got Borat, who travels to the U.S. to make a documentary on American culture, leading to outrageous encounters here. And of course, the second one had him teaming up with his daughter, played by Maria Bakalova, who of course got an Oscar nomination for that. And of course, there was that infamous scene with his daughter and Rudy Giuliani that is always hilarious. But yeah, the Borat movies are just, I guess you could say Sacha Baron Cohen is also big with, like, besides Christopher Guest, Sacha Cohen is also the king when it comes to mockumentaries. Obviously, he did Ali G in the House. He did Bruno. Uh, the Dictator was not a mockumentary, but the guy is always great when it comes to these types of projects, and he really embodies Borat perfectly. Uh, Sacha Baron Cohen's just really hilarious here. Hope we get a third one down the line. I think it's finally time for to see the return of Borat again. All right, and my number one favorite, the sequel of this is out. So my number one is This Is Spinal Tap. Of course, it follows a fictional heavy metal band named Spinal Tap on their chaotic U.S. tour to promote the new metal Smell the Glove here. Of course, you got like Michael McKean, Chris Guest, Harry Schreier. Rob Reiner is the one who actually interviews them for this. You do got like Fran Drescher popping up. This is Spinal Tap is definitely one of like Rob Reiner's better films. Great humor, some really fun cast with the original cast members. I mean, Spinal Tap is great, and it's well worth a watch there. Really look forward to see the sequel. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Foster the Penguins. 9, The Dirt. 8, Bob Roberts. 7, For Your Consideration. 6, CB4. 5, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping. 4, Waiting for Government. 3, Best of Show. 2, Borat. And number 1 is This Is Spinal Tap. Now, there's also other ones I probably could have added. Let's see. Another Christopher Guest movie, A Mighty Wind. The Rules All You Need Is Cash, from which is the Eric Idle film from 1978. Drop Dead Gorgeous. What We Do in the Shadows. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, which is great if you guys haven't seen that. I mean, there's loads of other ones I probably could have added here. But let me ask you guys, what are some of your favorite mockumentary films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy signing.